Today we are going to learn how to simplify expressions. When addition or subtraction signs separate an algebraic expression into parts, each part is called a term. Here we have an expression 5x plus 4 plus 2x. We have three terms in this expression. Our first term is 5x. Second term is 4, and third term is 2x. Those are what are separated by these addition signs. When we are multiplying a variable by a number, we write that number in front of the variable. The number goes in front of the variable. This number is called the coefficient. So a number that is directly in front of a variable is called a coefficient. So in the term 5x, 5 is the coefficient. And in the term 2x, 2 is the coefficient. A term without a variable is called a constant. That means there's no variable behind it. So in 5x plus 4 plus 2x, the term 4 is a constant. Similar or like terms, you'll hear like terms more than similar, but we're going to use both. Like terms are terms that contain the same variables. So if we look here, 5x and 2x both have an x in it. So 5x and 2x are like terms. In the second one, 5x plus 4 plus 3, 4 and 3 are constants. They don't have a variable attached to it, but they're like terms because they don't have a variable attached to it. So 4 and 3 are like terms because they are two terms that have no variable. To simplify an algebraic expression, you use properties such as associative or commutative to generate an equivalent expression that has no like terms and no parentheses. So here it's telling us to simplify the expression 3 parentheses 5x. So we know that a number attached to a parentheses means multiplication. So we could rewrite this as 3 times parentheses. 5 attached to a variable means multiplication. So we could write this as 5 times x. Now, according to our associative property, we can put these parentheses around different numbers and they still give us the same product. So we could put the parentheses around the 3 and the 5 and we will still get the same product. We did this, that way we have the like terms next to each other. So now we will solve like normal using order of operations. So we have 3 times 5, which is 15, times x. Now we do not leave 15 times x as so. We do not put it with parentheses or a dot. We finish the problem out and write 15 times x is 15x, the variable attached to the constant. Simplify the expression 7 or parentheses times 7 times x, sorry I messed that up, times 10. So again, we want to use a property to rearrange this. So we want our like terms next to each other. So we want these x and this 10 to be switched. According to our commutative property, we could do that. We could take these and we can switch them. So we would have a 7 times 10 times x. Now notice we have three numbers, and instead of grouping 7 times x, we're grouping 7 times 10. So according to our associative property, we just regrouped. Now that we regrouped, we can simplify the expression. 7 times 10 is 70. Bring down your times x. 70 times x is 70x. Again, the number goes in front of the variable, no parentheses or dot in between. Moving to number 3, Simplify the expression 2x plus 5 plus x. So we want to move these, switch these around so that our like terms are next to each other. What property do you think that is? Where we just switch the numbers, switch the order of the numbers. That is our commutative property. So that means that I can rewrite this as 2x plus x plus 5. 2x plus x plus 5, all my like terms are next to each other, I can solve. 2x plus x, that's 2x's plus 1x, gives me 3x's, so 3x plus 5. Now, I cannot go any further. This is simplest form because the 3 has an x attached to it, and the 5 does not. So the 3 has a variable and the 5 is a constant. Those are not the same things. Therefore, I cannot combine them. Moving to number 4. Number 4 is a word problem. So in word problems, remember we use nosy. We highlight the important information. So 3 friends will pay X dollars each for admission to the museum, plus $1 each to view the mummy exhibit. A 4th friend will pay admission but will not view the mummy exhibit. Write and simplify an expression that represents the total cost. Okay, so we have 3 friends. Each friend is paying X dollars for admission plus $1 for the exhibit. If I have 3 friends doing that, I'm going to put the cost in parentheses and how many are doing that outside the parentheses. But I also have that 4th friend. Now that 4th friend is only buying admission, so that's X dollars. So now I solve. I'm going to multiply this 3 times the X for the money of admissions and 3 times the 1. We need to figure out how much admission is going to cost. So 3 of the friends are going to purchase tickets, plus 3 of the friends are going to purchase the exhibit. So that's 3 times X plus 3 times 1 plus 1 friend is just going to get admissions. So now I solve. 3 times X is 3X plus 3 times 1 is 3 plus X. Remember that thing where we can switch the order? Yeah, commutative property. That's what we're going to use here to solve the rest of this problem. I want to switch these two, so I use the commutative property. So I get 3x plus x plus 3. 3x plus x is 4x plus 3. 4x plus 3, those are not like terms, so I cannot add them. 4 has a variable next to it, so it's not a constant, and 3 does not have a variable next to it, so it is a constant. And so our simplified expression is 4x plus 3 for our total cost to the museum. This is the end of part 1. Please play part 2 when you are ready.